Hi chat, welcome to another stream. How we all doing today? It is Exonity interrupting a little bit, but that's okay because you're resubscribed to tier 3 for 56 months in a row. Thank you for your continued support, Exonity. It's always great to see you. I appreciate you hanging out as always. Yeah. Let's see. It is Friday, September 12th of 2025. We are back for yet another stream. Oh, that is an interesting thing. On-screen celebration. I have not seen that before. With the hello thunk. What? Okay. Interesting. But let's see. We have a few notifications to replay. We'll replay these two. D-Dells, who has resubbed also at tier 3 for 57 months, slightly ahead of Exonity. Thank you for your continued support as well. We've also got Grandpa's iPad with 59 months. Damn, a bunch of longtime viewers. Appreciate you all stopping by as always, and thank you so much. You are the reason that we do all this. Oh, Fixter Jake has to come in here with the one up at 63 months. How you doing, Fixter Jake? Good to see you as well. Hello. Yeah, so we got work stream today. And I was trying to finish up one thing right before I started stream. We have these things called post-deploy migrations, which are supposed to be used for things that either take a long time or likely to fail. And I have been doing so many of these convert field to Django JSON field that I forgot to mark this one as post-deployment. So I went to rerun it and it was like, oh yeah, this shit's already run. You don't have to do this. Why are you doing this, you dummy? And it's because I set this incorrectly. But these tables were small, so it happened in line in the deployment, so that's fine. All right, but let me say hi to everyone who's here, and then we'll jump into things. I'm gonna do it over here because the hype train, which thank you all for the hype train, is interrupting my stream view, my view of the chat. So let's see. D-Dals was first. I believe you were also here before the stream started. JJMC is also here. Hello. Fixter Jake, good to see you as always. Simply Scott, how's it going? Strange Sorcerer, hello to you as well. Oh wait, but then I'm gonna miss premium chat. Damn, right. D-Dals has resubscribed with Moss. Exonity's here with the whiskey in the belly. Ormus is also here. Hello. Just finished for the week and so tired. Got the CO telling people that they have to work evenings and weekends to get a release out on Thursday. Run. I feel like that is not a thing you ever want to hear at work. Grandpa's iPad is also here. Hello. MDS Ubuntu, hello. Good to see you again. And D-Nels triggering the hype train with the biddies. Thank you. Wolfred's here, says wow, so that maybe was a yes. I know maybe means no, but look, we're here, Wolfred. We're here. We're streaming. It's true. Anthony must have slipped getting to his desk. How late was I starting stream? Oh, 4 minutes behind where I usually start. My bad. What was actually happening is I was filling up my water and I was like, you know, I feel a little bit deficient on electrolytes. So I'm going to have some electrolytes. And then I was like, well, I don't really want to put it in this water bottle because I don't want to, like, only water in this water bottle. And so I was like, well, then I'll have to pour myself another glass. Since I poured myself another glass, and then I was like, well, I should drink this right now. But then I'm also gonna have water. Anyway, it was a whole like completely unnecessary ordeal of me drinking electrolytes before stream, and that's why I was late to start. TB Schneider's here again. Hello. Good to see you. Needles triggered the on-screen celebration, which I don't I don't know how to see that in the API. Maybe I should be able to, but I don't know. Grandpa's iPad says, "Do you even stream, bro?" Oh, we streaming right now. They see me streaming. Oh, we got the hype train. I received fall damage. That's actually kind of a cool emote. Damn, look at that one. Neat. Thank you for the hype train, everyone. I appreciate it. Jake be a fixer. It's true. Fixture Jake says, "I bought a freaking house. Congrats. Let's go." Dude, buying a house is so much fucking work. Excited and stressful time waiting to close. So you are in the process of buying a house is what you mean to say. Because closing can often there's some shit that can happen, but hopefully you're at the part where all of that has mostly been ironed out. But that's really sweet. That's really cool. Strange Source says Mustachio Antonio is true. It's true. DNL says, "I'm just always here. I never leave unless I'm away." Makes sense. Just leave the stream open 24/7. I should run ads in offline mode. No, that would be rude. Where's my fidget toy? This one. No, this one. Yes, this one. Knowledge is here. Hello. I think we looked at it a long time. Yeah, I seem to remember it was either the on-stream celebrations or it was the Twitch's ripoff of super chats, or I don't know. I feel like we looked at it and it required the event sub nonsense, and I was like, I don't want to set up a OAuth server thingy thing, bleh. But Simply Todd says, "Big congrats, Jake. I'm in the same boat. Literally looking at sledgehammers to buy." Wait, what does that mean? I didn't have to buy a sledgehammer for my house. Am I missing out? Did I do it wrong? Fixture Jake says, "Yep, that inspection is done and they're fixing stuff and have conditional approval from the underwriter." Oh, nice. Big thing is appraisal. So I learned a thing about appraisals, and that is that very close to 99% of appraisals come out to exactly the same dollar amount as the sale price. And that's because when an appraisal happens, basically the bank, usually the bank, sometimes the seller, sometimes in rare cases the buyer, will reach out to an appraisal company. They will communicate to the appraisal company, "This is the sale price that we are purchasing this house at." The appraisal company will go, noted. They will then do the appraisal, and as long as it's within some small, not even small, some reasonable percentage of the appraisal value or of the sale price, the actual appraisal, they'll just say it's exactly the same dollar amount. Mostly to make mortgages easier. But the whole appraisal business is a little bit shady, as I have learned from my great aunt trying to scam the family via an appraisal company that she contracted. She is a realtor, and so they did some little under the table handshaky nonsense to it was a whole fucking deal. It was a big pain in the ass. But basically they doubled the value of a property that was in a inheritance that was supposed to be just inherited in the first place. But then the libertarian uncle was like, "Well, I want to make an extra vacation, so we should sell it instead of letting it be inherited." And then the whole ordeal got like that. Anyway, long story short, appraisals are usually pretty easy. So hopefully yours is not as crazy surprising as most of them go. But yeah, anyway, appraisals. Yeah. Don't read my Kappa comment? What did you say? What did you say, Knowledge? Did I not get it? I thought I read it. Oh, you were just talking to Orimus, though. That's fine. You weren't talking to me. That's fine. A small wall needs knocking down. I see. That's the sledgehammer part. I get it. That checks out. I get that. I have done not that much to my house. I've taken out some wall fixture-y things, but I have a bunch of holes in my wall because I haven't patched them up yet. Those are my fault. I didn't punch holes in the wall. I cut holes in the wall to run wiring for Ethernet. But yeah. DL says, unless you're buying at some way off price for the area you're buying. Yeah, that's the other part. It's like they will look at like reasonable sale prices for equivalent buildings in similar areas and like usually just match the number. Fixture Jake says, our house would be the most expensive in the neighborhood, but is the biggest house and it's been updated a fair bit, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I feel like in that case, you're probably fine, even though it is the most expensive, but like you have reasonable metrics to back it up. So I doubt you'll have, you know, and then there's the whole like gap appraisal coverage nonsense. Like there's all sorts of weird stuff that goes into buying a house, but man. Fixture Jake says, single owner for the 30 years since it was built, and they took incredible care of the place. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Because the first house that I almost bought, was also a single owner situation. Or no, it was a multiple owner situation, but the most recent owner was a real estate investor, so not actually living in the place. They were living in Japan and not actually living in the place. And so there was all sorts of maintenance problems that had never been addressed. Like every window needed to be replaced. The roof needed to be replaced. Both furnaces needed to be replaced. The deck needed to be replaced. All external doors needed to be replaced. The siding needed to be replaced. There was mold in the basement. All of the walls in the basement needed to be replaced. The list went on and on and on, and I ended up not buying that house because it ended up being like, it's me close to like $300,000 damage. And I was like, nope, not fucking worth it. But also backing out of a house sale is a whole shit ton of work too. So that was hopefully you don't have to do that, but like goddamn, that was a whole mess. Simply Scott says, we want to get floor heating installed, so that'll be some effort. Yes. It depends. It depends on what your floor is. If it's concrete floor, yeah, it's a huge pain in the ass. But if it's like upper floor, and you have like, you know, a ceiling space underneath, like it's not that much work. Or you do it in the floor and then you have to put tile on top of it. Anyway, I've done that before, so I sort of know what that's about. But it is a lot of work, and it is like a significant project. So I don't want to undersell it. But anyway, Orma says, my fiance and I are looking at a new build, but their next load of houses won't be built for another 24 months, which leaves me enough time to save up the money I'll need. Hey, there you go. There you go. Look on the bright side of that. Fixture Jake says, we go in for the showing, and they have a 5-inch binder with literally every piece of documentation for the house ever. That's awesome. That's so good. Because mine, like, my house was built like not very long ago, like within the last 10 years, and they have very little documentation of things. Like, fortunately, I have the like blueprints, but that's about it. Like, they didn't document like any of the like, they didn't keep any of the appliance manuals. They didn't like document any of like their continued maintenance on stuff, any like inspections they did, any like heating, cooling, tune-up, blah blah blah. None of that. No documentation anywhere. Also, as the inspection happened, they noticed that the previous owners did not know how to put filters in the fucking heating cooling machine. Like, there's very specifically a size and like a dimensions that you're supposed to put in there, and they had just shoved like 3 of the wrong filters in there and like squeezed them in there. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Okay, anyway, so the first thing that we're going to do today is actually not what I said we're going to work on today. Go away. Don't need you, or yeah, this. So the first thing that we're going to do today is there is a new version of Django-stubs. Hooray! I hope it's not going to be a huge pain in the ass like it usually is. But, oh, is there a new version of mypy too? September 11th. That's yesterday. Oh, there's a new version of mypy also. So let's kick that off too. Yeah. Py. You know what? We can do big font today, right? I'm feeling big font. How are you feeling about big font, chat? Probably do this because we'll probably need to get fetch. We will do big font mode. It'll be concrete. Most likely they'll drill channels in the concrete. Ah, nice. Fixjake says this house was the top of our budget, but I feel really good about what we're getting, and we won't have to move likely ever unless we want to. 2,900 square foot is a lot for two of us right now. Yeah, that's a good amount. Main latest mypy. Get that kicked off. I should really make a thing that just automates this via GitHub Action so I can self-approve it. At latest mypy. Stonkfish is here. Hello. Woo, workstream. It's true. Largo Fonto. That's true. Although I don't think that's actual Spanish or Italian. Because I want to say Largo means slow. In one of the two. Detect to English. English detected. What the fuck? Largo is an English word? Define Largo. What does that even mean? I got captured. Holy shit. I got captured. Hello? Oh my fucking god. Now I gotta do traffic lights. God damn it. Oh, that's a sneaky one. Oh, there's a fucking traffic light over here. Do you think Google knows this is a traffic light? I'm gonna click it. Swear to god if I get this wrong. Okay. Oh, it's only because it's from music, meaning slow. Yeah, okay. Well, that was the thing I was looking for anyway. That was what I was looking for anyway, so we good. Alright, git push origin head. Let's see if anyone is online to review my stuff. Hello? Why you know? There we go. Dev infra typing. Juntalive says only bot can notice the little one. Wait, what? What little one? Oh, I think I'm gonna need to do django-stubs ext. Yeah, because it added that one. We probably need to add 5, 2, 3, just in case. Oh, the traffic light. Yeah. Oh, the little traffic light. Yeah. Yep. I don't think we'll actually need 5, 2, 3, but we'll add it anyway. And latest django-stubs ext. Push. Actually, I bet I could ping. Somebody. Yeah, they are online. Yeah, I'm gonna be annoying. Even though I just created the PR and usually I would wait. But I'm impatient today. Okay, so that's one part of this. The other part of this is we have a fork of django-stubs. And I gotta remember how this shit works. Upstream origin. Yeah, so we need to do get checkout 5.2.4 century 524. Cannot be created. Probably the. What the fuck? Oh, get fetch upstream tags. That's probably what I'm missing. There we go. Get log one line first parent origin century 522. Okay, so we just need to cherry pick these now. And begin. Get cherry pick this. It should conflict in several places. It's funny that they have a release workflow and enough of it matches that Git thinks there's a conflict. Let's see. V6? That's wild. I think we want this side. Yeah. Pipe project. So we want this here. And now, annoyingly, UV will not install if the package name doesn't match. I don't know why there's a lock file in a library. That seems like doing it wrong, but shrugs. YNX Shiro says, hey guys, can someone help me on Python exercise, please? That's not a question that we can answer. The answer to that is impossible to tell you without more details. Cabachika says, I let Python run on my PC. Now there's a snake in my house. Oh no. Ormus says, what's the first parent flag? It probably doesn't matter here because I bet this these are squash releases or squash merges. But for instance, if we do git log one line graph, you'll see that there's commits and then merge commits on this. If we do, and like this branch has 2 commits, for instance. If we do first parent, we just get them linearized. So it's just the commits on mainline. You can also use first parent. So like, for instance, we see this, this commit here. It's a merge commit. By default, if you just git show a merge commit, it's not going to show you any useful information. Because technically all it's doing is merging 2 commits together. It's not actually doing any changes. But you can also use first parent on get show, and it'll show you what got merged there. And so you can see this. Yep. So anyway, that's first parent. I think, do I have a video on it? Invalid cert. Oh, right. Parents. Oh. Awkward. I have a video on it already, so I don't have to make a new one. Here I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to make a new video on this. Okay, I think what I actually want to do is discard the changes here, and then and then I want to find django-stubs and replace it with this. Yeah, manually editing log files. Okay, that seems good now. It's an entire exercise, so I can't describe everything, sorry. Well, then we can't really help you. Like, what are you stuck on? What's not working? What's the trouble you're encountering? It might also helpful. It might be helpful for you to watch this video, because that'll help you help us help you. Oh man, this one conflicts now too. Oh, yeah, because I'm pretty sure I just removed this because the test no longer passed. Yep. Continue. Not upstreamed. Yes, indeed. This, cherry pick this, and this, cherry pick that, and then release. Cool. So I didn't actually do anything special that one. Okay, so assuming this is fine. What do they use? Probably rough. Yeah. Just to do a little double checky do here. Up to 5. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you again. Antonio is my favorite Hispanic streamer of all time. Thank you for further representation of the Hispanic community in STEM fields. You know, Anthony says, help 10 times in 5 seconds. Help. Well, and that's kind of the joke of it, is like, help me, help you, help yourself. That's the for reals. Wait, did you merge conflicts? Why are you no merged? Oh, because I didn't click on the merge button. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. John DeLive says, I need to say that I'm still hooked on Shader, GLSL, and Panda 3D, Kappa. I don't know how to process that at all. Baldylocks says, help me with my problem. What is the problem? I'm not telling you. Yeah, exactly. Precisely. Do you not like GitHub dark mode? I actually don't really like dark mode in general. I do almost everything in light mode, except on stream. And only on stream in like Chrome, because oh wait, even this isn't dark mode anymore. I feel like most dark modes are too dark. Like Discord actually does a good job at theirs, but I find that most other ones are like too dark. And I'd rather see the contrast. But Stephen Talyang says, oh, I definitely said that wrong. I don't like dark mode, but it feels like my eyes like it. So I read like, and maybe it's no longer true. I read something a long time ago that was like, dark mode actually doesn't decrease the amount of light that exits your screen and goes into your eyeballs. And doesn't actually save battery. But I believe that's dependent on the screen type. So I don't want to spread misinformation. But that little factlet has stuck in my head. I don't think it's correct though. Kedma Chica says, I feel like most light mode users don't know what they're talking about. Oh shit. Oh shit. Getting called out immediately. Huntify says, Sarah left Sentry. Yes. A lot of people have left Sentry. A lot of people have left Sentry in the last 2 weeks too. Including a good chunk of my team and management chain. And adjacent teams and management chains. I don't know. I don't know that I should really comment on this, but I feel like some shit's going down. That should be sounding alarms. See, the funniest thing, well, I don't know that it's funny in a funny way. It's kind of funny in like a fucked up way. You know it's bad when a lot of people are leaving and then head of people sends an email to the entire company that's like, yeah, people leave all the time. We're increasing hiring. And I'm like, is that really the most calming thing you could say to people when there's very clearly a mass exodus? Where even is this email? I can't even find it. I'm not going to show you the email, obviously, but for some reason I can't find it. Was it sent from someone else? Man, I process a lot of emails in one day. Jesus Christ. I don't know where it went. Shrugs. Shrugs. No one replied to it, which I think is funny. But again, who's going to reply to head people on a reply all thing? That sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, that's maybe the the right emote, Exonity. Also, Simply Scott's getting dinner. Well, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. Imagine needing dark mode to live your life, snowflake behavior. Oh no. T-dolls. Dream Shaded, hello, welcome. Hefta says, does Sentry give stocked option refreshers? Yes, although they've mostly switched to RSU, or like a mix of options and RSUs. But also the refreshers are leave something to be desired. Like I'm about to hit my 4-year cliff, and the amount of stock I'm going to receive, unless there's some significant change to everything, is about to be a little bit different in a bad way. But I feel like that's just how things normally go. Okay, so assuming I've done all this correctly, we've let this merge first. I should be able to go here and Dependable. Why are you dependable-ing? I should be able to run release and use Sentry 524, 5.2.4-1, Sentry 524. And in theory, this will make everything happen. Should it has been nearly 4 years, right? It'll be 4 years in like 6 months. I'm at like 3.5 years right now. We love 4-year cliffs, yes. So the tricky part though is, hold on a sec. Let me see if I can even log into this on here. What the fuck? What is the thing? This one. I just want to show you some numbers. Time to boomerang back to Stripe? Absolutely fucking not. There's no shot in hell that I want to go to Stripe. Oh my god. There's so many of these fucking logins. My internal login system, I've organized it into my apps and never, and things keep getting added to my not never. Like, when the fuck am I ever gonna log into Cursor? Or okay, the rest of these I actually would log into, and the one that I was looking for is still there. How do I show this without showing private information? I don't know that I can. So I guess I will just talk about it. I've talked about this before in the context of like ways that employees are compensated through employee stock. In that there are essentially two options, two choices, two ways that people are compensated. I don't want to use the word options because we're going to be talking about options. One of those is options, and the other is RSUs. Options are the way they roughly work. It's a little bit more complicated than this. The way they roughly work is you are granted the right to purchase a stock at a particular strike price, which that strike price is usually lower than the share price, usually. If it's above, those options are what are considered underwater, and exercising those options means that you lose money, which sometimes can be helpful if you're trying to reduce tax burden, but generally you don't want to lose money. Just generally. The problem, or the main problem with options, or at least the problem that I see with options, and that make them sort of a, I don't want to say scam, but it's not far off from one, is that when you leave a company, you either have to exercise your options or you forfeit them. And if your company is not public, exercising options is a huge huge financial investment, and two, a huge risk. You're basically betting two things. You're betting, one, that your company will have a liquidity event. Either your company will get sold or your company will go public. You're betting that, which is a big if. The other thing that you're betting is that the stock will be worth it in the future more than the value you're exercising at your strike price. And so generally what that means to me is, like, you should assume your options are worth 0. And you should assume that your company is never going public. Because if you're factoring options into financial planning, there's 0 guarantees that they will ever be worth anything. The flip side of this is they have a lot of potential upside, in that you generally get more of them, and generally if your company goes public, they're worth a lot more because they're worth the delta of your purchase and sell price, and you tend to get a larger quantity of them. Sort of meaning that in more or less words, you're forced to stick around at your company to see what happens. RSUs, on the other hand, are basically cash. You can think of them like cash. They are a granted stock unit that you don't have to pay anything to acquire. And as soon as you're not in a lockup period, you can sell, assuming that your company is public. They are essentially a different way to compensate you through non-cash means. And generally, they have fewer risks. You don't have to forfeit them when you leave a company. Your vest stops vesting, usually. Sometimes your vest will continue under special circumstances, such as negotiated layoffs or other things like that. But generally, like, your vested RSUs, they're yours. You own them. There's a little asterisk here in that there's usually a statute of limitations, in that, like, if your company is, if those RSUs are never sellable within, like, I think it's a 7 or 8 year period, then you technically lose them, just because there's no way to sell them. But typically RSUs they're just money. They're not a risk. Unfortunately, my compensation in my current company is like 98% options, and I'm fortunate enough that the option strike price got readjusted, because when I joined, the estimated stock price was way higher than after a, what do they call it, a market adjustment. And so my options were very underwater for quite a while. I can't show you this graph, but my options were worth less than my take home. My take home was technically negative for the first year I worked at Century because of the way the options netted out, which is funny. Netted out assuming I sold my options, which I am not looking to exercise underwater options. But anyway, all that to say is like I feel stuck a lot of the time because there's a huge upside if Century were ever to go public. You know, I'd make a shit ton of money on my stocks. But at the same time, like, how much shit do you really want to deal with in that aspect? Anyway, that mini refresher on stocks versus RSUs and why golden handcuffs are not necessarily a good thing. A Nitrogen says, me and my friend are working on an app, and he does the front end and I do the back end, and he went on vacation and turns out the motherfucker forgot to make a register page. Nice. That happens. The Devil Kid, hello, how you doing? Sounds like you're gonna have to do some front end, A Nitrogen. Good luck. I hear ChatGPT is pretty good at it though. Victor Jake says, so glad I've only ever had RSUs. Yeah, for the most part, I've only had RSUs. I had some options at Yelp. They ended up being worth it because Yelp was like almost immediately going public when I received the options. So I was like, well, at least well, actually, I didn't know shit back then. I got lucky. I didn't know any of this stuff. No one teaches you this shit. They really should. Like, anyone going into tech should just take like a small course on like, what the fuck are stocks? What's an RSU? What's an option? What are the upsides and downsides? Where am I accruing risk? Where am I getting benefits? Is this company benefit actually worth it to me? Like, does it actually, you know, net out to money that I would care about? But instead, you're just kind of thrown into industry and good luck, have fun. You have no idea how to negotiate salaries. You have no idea what benefits are worth it or not. Like, shrugs. Well, like for instance, one benefit that I think is super overvalued is employee lunch. Employee lunch. You're talking about, you know, at best, well, let's say that it's 2 meals a day for an entire year, which seems unlikely. That's like 50 weeks. It's probably not 50 weeks. It's probably more like 40 weeks. 40 times 5 is like 200. It's like 400 meals. And you look at the dollar amount that your employer probably spends on that. 400 meals. They probably spend $1 a meal, $2 a meal, something like that. You're looking at about $1,000 of value. But companies will champion the shit out of that. They'll be like, oh yeah, you get to eat lunch at work. Like, you don't have to worry about meal planning. Like, you get all this convenience. And best of all for them, you don't leave the office. You're stuck in the office so you can be more productive. When like another benefit that I think is rarely called out is 401k matching. In my mind, that is the best benefit you can ever have is 401k matching, because on one side, like, you have a limit to how much you can contribute, and retirement money is just free money, essentially. I mean, there are some, you know, tax implications to taking money out of 401k when you get to that range, but any 401k matching, that's just like good, easy money. Like one of the best benefits you can have. And companies almost never do it. They almost never do it because they can incentivize people in other ways, like free lunch that is really fucking cheap for them, has additional benefits for them. And for some reason, people don't do the math and don't realize like, oh, this is like $1,000 benefit a year, when I could, you know, I could have that $1,000 benefit in like a health savings account, which would be way more useful. Or I could have $1,000 in like education stipend or a conference stipend or, you know, more time off or any of these other things that would equate to a better dollar take home. But, you know, employee lunch. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with this other than benefits are really easy to get misconstrued on, and I wish I had known as much as I know now when I was negotiating. Well, I didn't even negotiate my salary. That's another thing that I wish I knew, is like, you should always be negotiating a salary. Like, any offer you take, you should always be asking for more. Because what's the worst that happens? They're like, no, and then you have to say like, okay, maybe I'll take what you're offering me. Best case, they give you more money, which is great. But anyway, long-winded. I don't know where I was going with this, and I still don't know where I'm going with this. Let's get back to actually programming. But first, we're gonna read some chat because I'm also 7 minutes behind. DL says, this is the problem I'm currently facing with my former employer. Still have a month to make a decision on whether or not I exercise. Yeah. Good luck on your decision. They got one of the new CEOs that I'm not sure will turn things around. That's the other tough thing. Yeah. Emma's here. Hello. Good to see you. Love RSUs. Yeah, RSUs are great. Picture J says, every time a vest happens, I get a pay slip as if it was a salary. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're treated essentially the same as money RSUs are. EA High says, hello chat and Mr. Strimmer. Any people here possess the sacred knowledge of hardware / PC building? I built a few PCs on stream. Yeah. Crazy Style, hello. Heptify says, wait, so if you leave, you need to exercise the options? Yep. You need to choose to exercise or not. How long do you have to exercise? It's like a month and change for most of them. I think technically they can legally extend it, but for the most part, it's contingent on employment. Yeah. Emma says, also, I did not know originally that I should probably just sell my vest right away. Yeah, this is another thing. I mean, you're talking about RSUs here, I assume, which is that you probably should not hold employee stock. And this is you know, this is personal opinion. This is not like advice here. This is personal opinion. Holding employee stock is the best way to give yourself some crazy amount of anxiety, because then you are constantly looking at the stock price. You're using it to value your net worth. And most fucking tech companies are volatile as shit. You're going to drive yourself mad looking at a stock price. And if you can just, turn it directly into money, that's usually the best thing that you can do. Is just, as soon as you're not in a lockup period, sell. Sell, baby, sell. The other thing you can do is often there are programs called ESPP, Employee Stock Purchase Plans, which allow you to essentially purchase RSUs using your, they're not RSUs. They're similar to options, but they allow you to exercise immediately. And buy stock at a discounted value. And so what you do is you buy the stock at a discounted value and then you sell it. And you just make money. So ESPP almost always worth it as well. But yeah, my advice, and it's not financial advice, it's what I do, is don't hold your employee stock because you'll just freak the fuck out all the time. And nobody needs that. And volatility, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Anyway. Fisher Jake says, when I joined my current company, we were public and we were private and we have since IPO'd, and they actually did a lot of informational talks about finances. Nice. They didn't do fuck all at Lyft. Crazy Sal says 2 meals. I hardly get 1. I mean, I get 0 meals at my work. I work from home. Technically, Sentry has a employee meal benefit. I don't get it, which is fine. Sentry food is tasty. Yeah, the food that Sentry has is pretty good. Yeah, it's true. Big Shake says, agree on both 401k match and HSA contributions. Yes. I mean, anytime you get free money is like generally a better benefit than something that's tangible. This is not to say food is worth it. I'm memeing. Fair enough. Is 401k like pension? Kind of, except you manage it. A pension is a little bit different. But it sort of works out the same way. Like pension, I think, is slightly closer to like Social Security contributions, but those are government mandated, so like they end up being a little bit different. But I don't know, 401k, pension, you could kind of think of them similar. Ormus says, in the UK, it's a legal requirement to pay into your pension, usually at 4 to 5% of your monthly pay, and it's very common that people match it. It's opt-out. Nice. That sounds good to me. Hepta5 says, company crop top merch. Would I wear a Sentry IO crop top? I have worn a Sentry sleeveless shirt, which I felt a little bit uncomfortable in, but yeah. Victor Jake says, yeah, thanks for the reminder. I could have tripled my money. Yeah. Emma says, then again, I did hold stock from when I started and has been very good. No, fair enough. Fair enough. Emma says, I get free Sentry food from going to SF Python. Ah, yes, the meetups. Yeah, the meetups. Ooh. Yeah, that's good stuff. It's a good perk. Wait, you don't get extra money for meals? Nope, I don't get shit. Picture Jake says, my Oracle stock vested at like $85. What is the Oracle stock price? Yeah, $300 a share. Holy shit, what the fuck happened? Why is it so crazy? What the fuck is... Why is Oracle... Why are they so high valued? Are they doing some like AI nonsense and people are like, oh, this is the next AI company. AI hype. Yeah, there you go. $300 billion deal with OpenAI. Weird. AI compute, says Zackrip. Yeah, I guess. Let's see if I get this right. Vegeti? Let's see. Let's see if I was right. Checking the mod comments. Yes, Vegeti, I got it right. Hello. Good to see you again. Oracle had a crazy jump in the last few days. Yeah. 350 billion backlog of compute. Wow. Wild. Mina Margot, hello. Welcome. Wolfred says, well. Orma says, how far into your career were you before you got anything more than just cash? As soon as I was not an intern. So right out of school. Which I think is typical in tech in the US. Unless you are working at a contractor or a very small company. Wolford says, I just got off my last meeting for the day. You have my full attention. Hell yeah. Let's go. I should actually be doing work. Okay, I think this thing released already. So we can go here. And it's been a while since I've cloned this repo. So we'll see what happens here. Fix Jake says, my first company was just salary but paid me pure shit, and so I left after 13 months, and the second company was salary plus RSUs. Nice. I guess it's been 3 months since I did this. Upgrade django-stubs. Again. Because apparently, last time I did this was also on stream. I'm pretty sure I have to do this. And then I have to do this. And we're using the thing. Yeah. Emma says, I had yesterday and I have today off. Been catching up on sleep and relaxing. Nice. Fuck. I need to do that. I'm so far behind on sleep. Okay. Did this actually succeed? It looks like it did, so that's good. Do. What? What? Why did we get a syntax warning? This fucking thing. Migrations failed. Oh, god damn it. I do this. I know where the noodles go. That's still one of my favorite things that they haven't streamed in a while. There was this the streamer, it was user and a bunch of numbers afterwards, and they were like working on a game Their like pride and joy was this particular game. And one of my favorite things that they said is, I know my code is spaghetti code, but at least I know where all the noodles go. And yeah, I know where most of the noodles go at Sentry. Wilfred says, I'm looking for a company that pays per commit plus bonus for the commit message. Dollar bills there. That sounds like an easy game to win that one. All right, finally we got here. I don't remember how to do this. They changed how this works. I think this is all I need to do. Let's see. Did that work? Oops. Yeah. Okay. Did this actually do the thing? No. Why not? What? I see. Oh, but now it uninstalled things. Annoying. And Wilson also says, interesting to see devenv in action. This probably isn't the devenv that you think it is. This is our devenv. Not devenv. Oh, right. I forgot you changed your name, Blaze. Hello. Not Nyx. Yeah, no, it's not Nyx. It's a Sentry specific thing for bootstrapping the tools needed to actually do stuff. All right, we see if this broke stuff. This weekend is gonna be full of packing. Ah, because you get to move. So I should stick with you. I don't know what you mean. Oh, I mean, I only use it at work, not by my choice. Oh, we're just waiting on the type checker. Do I have cache in this environment? Yes. However, I just updated 3 months of differences, so the cache is gone. And it looks like some of the stuff is broken, which is fun. Holy fuck. Oh, this is gonna be a bad time. This is gonna be a bad time. I wonder. Well, this might be a work on this a different time sort of problem. Oh man, fucking every time this happens. Holy fuck, it keeps going. Oh, I wonder if I have purelib mypy, because we were fucking around with purelib mypy last time. Because I don't expect it to be this slow. Loop 64, why? Nope, we have compiled mypy. Admittedly, when there are thousands of errors, mypy is pretty slow. So this doesn't really surprise me all that much. Also, every single one of these is probably a plugin lookup. Okay, 80 errors actually isn't that bad. Actually isn't that bad. So maybe we can address these. But some of these I feel like might be regressions. Like, argument order by has incompatible type list object, expected stir order by. That just feels like a narrowing. 112 sorts. This probably just needs a typing. Sort map. Yeah. Okay, so this one's easy to fix. But there was one that was like more surprising. It was like case. Star list case. Yeah, this one. 261. Case. And what is case? Case is ARD model. D models expressions. Yeah, so order by should allow expressions, I think, is what I'm seeing here. Oops. So let's see what django-stubs looks like there. Let's also look at the commits here, because I'm pretty sure we'll find improved type for order by. Yeah, it's probably this one then. Order by. Any became stir or order by, but what the fuck is order by? Oh, it's an expression. Maybe. Expressions order by. Are you an alias? No. I believe order by can take any expression. Slide this chain is breaking a bunch. So we can start with that patch, I guess. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. You just use Pydantic and move the slowness to runtime. Oh, Pydantic's involved here too. Pydantic's involved here too. And Vilsalto said, this week I finished Adam Johnson's book on Git. Highly recommend. Yeah, I was a reviewer on that book. Okay, so I shit. My part wasn't done. Dang it. What the fuck am I looking for? What is combinable? Should it be combinable? I don't fucking know. Like, is it combinable? Or is it expression? Or is it base expression? I feel like it's combinable, but I also don't know. Oh, what a fucking mess this is. Let's find one of the other cases where combinable is used. Values, stir or combinable? Yeah, I feel like this is supposed to be combinable. Combinable. Let's try that. Or maybe combinable? Question mark? Yeah, let's do that. Not possible to fast forward. Oh. That's because I set the wrong upstream. Okay. Okay, what was one of those files? Let's just run it. Oh, not the whole thing. Let's just run that one file, and hopefully that'll work better. This is not what I wanted to work on today. Oh, this is not what I wanted to work on today. Let's look at this though. $62. Huh, how does that work? This is what, a manager? So it's trying to do manager lookup? So there should be foreign key fields here, I imagine. Yeah. Oh, but there's this fucky thing. Oh, so it no longer understands our weird hacky one. Why not? Is that what the error was? Can't resolve project into field. So why not? Oh, because it's just an integer field. What? How does this work? How does this work at all? Does it do some like funky runtime stuff? Am I gonna have to write plugin code for this? Like, does Django just look for these attributes somewhere? Man, that lib64 directory really bothering me. Django, yeah. Are these Sentry invented attributes? How does the ORM know to use these then? That's what I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how does it translate the ORM field? Ugh, do I have to step through this and find out? Magic? Yeah, basically. Like, we could fix this to make it the thing happy. But I don't quite understand why. I should rerun mypy with getting the full log. That way I can see how many, I want to see how many errors are related to this, and if I should just fix them, or if I should try and figure out whether, can I override class variable with, why are we making base classes again? Line 25. Constraints list base constraint. Why did they type annotate this? That's a weird one. I feel like if I just remove the annotation, it should be fine here. Why did they do this? It must have been in response to some error, but I can't imagine what. So we just wait a little bit while this runs. Can't resolve keyword release commit. I don't even see that as a option here. This one's even weirder. Line 34. Oh, does this, is this a, this goes in the other direction. So there's another table referencing this. Okay, so this is just fucked then. Yeah. Oh wait. Release commit should reference commit. What? Oh, it does. Right here. So what the fuck is going on? Alright, this isn't done yet. Think about it, look, I've got int or none. So this actually seems like a problem. That it's identified 290. .userid. I think this is nullable. Yes, this probably just needs an assert there. I suspect I'm gonna get a bunch of those in tests, which is sort of normal. That seems to be what happens in tests a lot. Man, this is taking a long time. DB constraint equals false. Let's constrain it but not enforce it. This is like add a foreign key to a table so you can use it in the ORM, but don't enforce that the values actually exist. Oh no. No, not the drop frames. Oh man. I forgot to reset my network before I started stream. This is on me. Shoot. My internet is just down. Oh, are we back? Connection is unstable. Yeah. Okay, 76 errors, not that bad. So, what was the error we're looking for? Can it resolve? Oh, there's only 2 of them. But this one, I don't know how to fix. This one seems easy to fix. This one, less so. I don't really understand that one. The test ones all seem easy. This one seems tough. That one seems tough. Because the error message looks nonsense. Actually, all of these seem nonsense. Event ID already defined. What? What the fuck? What? Is it that it's re-annotated? Attribute event ID already defined on annotated with. Is it though? Group max dates. Workflow fire history. What are you? Yeah, you do already have an event ID. So why are we redefining it? Oh. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. I don't want to do this. 5G Technician says, have you seen the Visual Studio 2026 teaser? I have not. I haven't used Visual Studio in a long time. Well, I guess let's fix the easy ones. Oh. That's right. Yeah. Maybe? No. This is my old by file. Oh, why did my PS1 change? There we go. That looks more correct. So let's fix the tests first, I guess. There's a faster way to do this. We can grab this log.mypy and find on 401, this is nope event.group ID. Why is this so slow? What is happening here? I don't really understand why it is so slow. Okay, but we can do multiple at once. Scrap this log 80. We're pipelining. 130. Does this not return event? Does this return nullable? Event or none? Interesting. Hey, what's up, Zithergus? Hello, hello. How you doing? Okay, so this one should be able to mypy as well. Inkpad, look up for ID got object. Object. Where? What are you? Where do you come from? Is there just a global called group? Oh, for group in self.groups. That should be a typed dict. Group ID int. Event count is an integer and function name is stir. You are now Kubernetes. Unfortunately, my condolences to myself. You have become Kubernetes? Kubernetes? You've acquired the beatus of Kubernetes? How? Dels getting back to work. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you as always. Log.mypy 45. Not here. That one should be easy peasy. That one should be easy as well. 386. These are almost always the same thing. This should be easy. Been getting pretty good at getting ones that just pass. So that's good. First trying a lot of these. Bid field test model has no field flags. Uh-oh. This one seems like it's not going to be easy. What the fuck we do? Because this is a field. Oh, you know what it is? It's because these models aren't registered. I don't know what to do about this one. This one seems more difficult. I feel like I fixed this before by moving these models to somewhere else. But I don't know. This style is necessary for some reason for test models such as this. Fuck. I thought there would be other shit in here. You installed on a VPS. Ah, nice. Makes sense. I think we're gonna ignore this one for now. Because I think it's going to be difficult. 290. Why was it done this way? Should be this. Why? Why is there all this get at her nonsense? These are just attributes. At this point, I should just do a find and replace. But no, we're most of the way through the file. We can just do the rest of these. I think somebody didn't understand how getAtter works here. Assert not getAtter. Weird. Very weird. I don't know if I actually fixed the bug or not. I think I got distracted by the getAtter nonsense, but let's run the test and see what happens. We got Grafana, Cube State Metrics, Nginx Proxy, Postgres Explorer, and Prometheus. Holy shit, you got all sorts of stuff running. Wolford says grrr. Yeah. Then a separate namespace, an actual project, an API, and Postgres. Nice. Is this home lab or is this work? Sounds like a lot of stuff. Okay, the test passed, so that's good. This one is a lot. 2222. 508. 471. Same pattern. 417. Oh, I already did this one? Oh, I didn't do this one. I think I can run multiple mypys at once. Maybe? We'll find out. We will find out. Oh boy. Is it gonna fold that into multiple lines? It is. So in that case, we'll just do this because this is shorter. Uh, 379. Same thing, I guess. $54. $328. Aw, man. $299. Dogs are never an error? Yeah, I know who wrote that test. There's a certain person at Sentry that adds dogs everywhere to the... I want to see. Adds dogs to every fucking test. I wish they would use more realistic data, but it's not my problem. At least they're consistent. Yeah, you can tell at a glance that I know exactly the person that wrote this test. I don't know that that's a good thing though. But it's a thing. This is also the name of one of their dogs. Let's see. Let's see if we fixed some stuff here. Emails, go away. Streamlabs congratulated me on my stream that failed. Nice. Yeah, I don't know why mypy is so slow on this machine. Maybe is memory constrained? No, got a decent amount of RAM. And swap. Don't know. Don't know. Nice. Okay. All right, we have to upgrade mypy too. Major Tanya, hello, hello. How you doing? Maybe upgrading mypy will be easier. Let's see. If mypy has a trivial upgrade, I can cheat. Oh, sync. What is the command? Free? Free-H. As opposed to just free, which gives you useless numbers. H is human readable. Yeah. Human readable. Transylvania boy, been a while. Hello, hello. Good to see you again. Hello, hello. Long time no see. Yes, indeed. When was the last time we were here? We were last here December of 2024. Yeah, it's been a while. How are you doing? How are things? Welcome back. The answer says I always put 420s and 69 and years something special happened to me, and of course dead beef. It's hard to resist. Yeah. 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 What the... Zithrius, that sounds like a terrible thing to do. Why would you do that? 4-hour nap after being awake for 20 plus hours? What the heck? What the heck? That sounds like a hostile work environment. Oh, wait, are we upgrading an entire minor version of mypy? Oh, this is unlikely to be successful. I thought we already... Ah, I see. It went straight from 17.1 to 18.1. Cool. Cool. That's fine then. But this has probably got a bunch of errors. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why is it this line? Oh, fuck. That's really bad. That's really bad because we can't upgrade Pydantic. Oh. Oh. It's really bad. Possible incompatibility. Well, shit. That's a mess. Let's see if I can find where Sensor Sentry pay them a shit ton of money. In Sequoia. Almost like this. Fucking A. Oh, it's that simple. Well, I guess I can see what this does just by editing it. All right, so let's find that. It's weird that it pointed at a different line. But let's edit the site packages. What could go wrong? Pydantic, mypy, py. think that's the patch. Minus the indentation. We will see. Sounds good, Blaze. Thank you for stopping by. Let's edit the site package so what could go wrong. Dumpster fire? Yeah. What a username? I don't even see the username. What was the username? Jewelly. Careful. Ignore the username thing. Why don't you downgrade Pydantic or the mypy version? I'm trying to upgrade mypy. That's the entire reason that I'm doing this. Oh, this is not enough. Oh, because that module's gonna get mypy seed, isn't it? Or not mypy seed. Scythonized. Yeah. So let's pure lib this. Cancel this. Why don't I have the UV pythons? That doesn't seem right. I don't know. Last deploy failed for us because there was a $sign in a recent changed password. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a personal project. You are the hostile work environment. Oh no. Oh no, Major Tanya. I mean, at least it's a personal project. At least it's a personal project. Like, could be way worse. I feel like this is gonna be even slower now because of we got rid of the Scythonized version. Also, command from earlier. I usually run it after I have a VM going on for a good amount of time. Drops page caches. Shouldn't be destructive. Uh-oh, there's a lot of output here. I feel like you shouldn't ever need to run it, and I feel like why are you running it? I feel like you shouldn't need to run it. Need type annotation. Lots of stuff need type annotation. That seems weird. 208. Huh. Should it not be able to infer dict int list of whatever the fuck this is? Maybe not. Argument Q key has incompatible type underscore any. What the fuck is underscore any? $184. Why does mock.any have a type now? That doesn't seem good. Why don't you match case? That commit message sounds completely unrelated to this. Because it is. That's fucking sneaky. Yeah, this seems bad. Let's look at the history of typeshed there, because I'm pretty sure. I bet there's previous discussion about this specific thing. Ugh, my fucking internet. No. Oh, are we back? Yay. So that's where it broke. This is unrelated to that. This is before it did that. I'm not back, I'm Emma. That's other thing. This is a revert. Maybe? Unclear? Well, then where did it get added? Here, I guess. What is the commit message? Oh, I'm not grepping properly. Not there, not there. Here. $371. 372. It was just purely generated with stubgen, so there was no discussion. I am surprised. Huh. Interesting that it wouldn't generate this type. I guess it doesn't generate any types. Weird. Very weird. Yeah, so this is sort of fucked up. Did I see this? 19841. Yeah, this is the same thing. This is, I was reading the typeshed version. Yeah, so I was, yeah. Okay, so I can ignore that at the very least. Okay, so new type annotations, any unused type ignore is a fun one. On line 407. I mean, this didn't get annotated properly. Why would they type ignore this? Why wouldn't they just fucking fix the problem? What is this type? This should be a type dict. Okay, that one doesn't seem right, but whatever. Oh, I see why, because it no longer thinks it adheres to that type dict. So the error is not actually an unused type ignore, it's that there's a different error now. Got it. Got it. So this file will just, yeah, this is the same problem. File will have to be fixed. These are all the same thing. And then lots of var annotated. It seems like the inference of default dict changed in this version. I'm pretty sure these are all default dicts. Subclass of operation and float cannot exist. One. Oops. Oh God. 1099. Parse arithmetic. Yeah, it definitely says parse. It returns operation lister. Tree equals result visit. So what is there? Oh my fucking God, we got a giant. Oh, why do we keep doing this grammar thing? Maybe factor can be spaces. Factor can be primary remaining multiples. What is remaining moles? I assume it's, oh, it's right here. Mole division. Oh, they're implementing math. So primary can be spaces, numeric value. So it could just be a numeric value. I think. Let's see. Why is the read line so fucked up here? Oh my god. Hello? Yeah. So the type annotation there is just wrong. Why is there a DSL? Could they have not just used literal? Your guess is as good as mine. But the annotation on this function is wrong. Because very clearly it can return float. What is the other thing that it was looking for? 1093. I think it said stir there too, but yeah. A column? Visit field value. Also gotta find whatever the field value is. Function allow list. Field allow list. So we could do spans.db. Ta-da! Why BDYY? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so parse arithmetic is wrong. So this is actually operation or float or stir. Addison, thank you for the sub with Prime at 3 months, which gets you a fancy new badge. I appreciate your continued support. Good to see you again. And Namu says, how did Hack Week go? It went okay. I didn't finish my project. I was supposed to be working on it today, but I've been working on type checker stuff instead. Okay, so I'll need to fix that. The rest of these are hopefully just incompatible types and assignment. Target has type self. That sounds fun. 202. Yeah, this should not be self. Or, well, the assignments. Ooh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Because this is self, clearly. But what is instances? This should not be self. This should be frame match. But the problem is... does this get subclassed? It does. So this is just unsound. This shouldn't be self because it's subclass. This should be frame match. But then there's no guarantee that this is the right type here. Also, from key here returns enhancement match, which is not a frame match. So this should be... This is... How did this pass type checking at all? Yeah. Subclass equals... Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this? Why does the base class know about the subclasses? Who wrote this? Oops, I want to blame not log. Oh, yep. I had a feeling. Is split keyboard worth it? Well, I paid $0 for it, so for me, definitely. Definitely. But I don't know. It's cool. I like it. See, the problem is changing this type here means I need to change this type here, which it's definitely not self anymore. But then what else depends on it actually being self is the bigger problem. Because there's no guarantee that this is actually the right type. So anyway, we'll do that. I know I'm going to need to fix something else there. It's weird that this one gets a hint, but this one does not. Okay, but that's the other fixes, I guess. These are the only other problems. So I'm gonna do these separately. I should probably add tests for that. This file is gonna be real mad. Yeah, nothing actually tests the Oh, what is this validate single operator thing? Oh, so this is overloaded. Okay, so if validate single operator is true, gross. Gross. Then this has to be, actually, is that even true? I think this has to be this. Let me just have this overload twice. Why do we have uppercase union? Oh, operand type. Weird. I'm not gonna fix those. But almost certainly now, the tests are gonna be all real mad. Test parse arithmetic returns float. Actually, what's a float that always is the same number, right? 0? 0? Is that a thing? That one that's always the same? Back. Jagus says your last tweet about open in the string module was so funny. I tricked my friend using it. Nice. I mean, it's a weird one. It's definitely a real weird one. What the fuck is this? Oh. I don't know why my team gets pinged for the my team gets pinged for updating the AI markdown file. Also looks like order by got fixed here, which is nice. So that'll end up in a new release. So I don't have to patch that, which is good. What did I just do? Oh, we wanted to run the test. Yeah. It's Sentry DevEnv. It's a tool that we wrote for us. Yeah. What was one of the things? Spans.db. Where is my editor window? What the fuck? Oh, here. Probably just run the whole damn test. Seems like it should be fast. Okay, but there will be more things to fix in that, so we're making the stack branch. I'm hoping this one is easier to fix. I'm assuming that it'll actually be passing, because otherwise got some problems. Yeah, the point of Sentry DevEnv is mostly to bootstrap the tools that you would need to do any amount of development, and so it's intended to not be Sentry specific, but it doesn't like build out our it does build out our I don't know what I'm trying to say. It gives us our conventions and stuff. I'm missing commit/PR message that give context for the change instead of just fixed sometimes. Yeah. Well, I rarely make issues, so I usually just include the context directly. Yeah. This is taking forever because it's running mypy, which is fine. I made a habit to justify the change of the commit message, obviously not for typos. Hopefully that'll be appreciated if when I get in the industry. Yeah, I think it's a good habit to follow. It's definitely something that I wish more people would do and actually care about their commit messages and commits and like put things together nicely. But you can't change everyone. Ink battle return time got enhancement match, expected frame match. If that's the only error, this should be easy. Visit frame matcher. I hope that's the only one, because that actually seems pretty easy to fix. Man, I'm surprised how slow this is. Maybe I should SH and do mypy stuff on the other computer. Because usually it's not this slow. Unless something changed and made this a lot slower. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, but we got a new release of this guy. We didn't go through all the errors there yet, though. Oh, but I guess I can split out, well, I'm already splitting out this PR, but I can split out the other test PR. Holy hell, why take so long? I would like to not be waiting. Holy shit, why is my phone battery so crushed? I gotta go plug in my phone. Well, it finished. Alright, well, let's rerun it on this file. Actually, do I have a function right here? I think I do. No, I don't. All right. Oh, but this passed. Good. All right. So all we did is change the return values there. It should be annotation only. Should be easy to merge. mypy 1.18. Notice that this is incorrect. This is test only, so we'll let it auto merge and did we get a new release of this? We did not. Okay, good. Oh, we did. Damn it. Ah. Just be Jack, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. What the heck? Why isn't it loading? Oh, because my internet might be dead. Yep, my internet's dead. Frustrating. I need to restart my router. Yeah, the frames are pretty bad. Oh man, they're super bad. 1 frame per whenever. I hear that the volume still works even when the frames are framey, but holy shit. We are so back. I think we are not back. The number keeps going up. Oh, kill me. Instant network error. Yeah, this might be end stream time. Annoyingly. Because it's no fun watching a stream that sucks. And it's also no fun streaming a stream that sucks. Although, as soon as I say that, the frames seem to be not framing anymore. So maybe we're fine. Maybe better? Tinker and Think, thank you for the gift sub. Welcome to Sub to Lore Sayer. Also, Tinker and Think, how you doing? Good to see you again. How are things? I wish that would somehow make the frames come back, but it does not. Auto merge this. Did I auto merge this other one? Yeah. Did I auto merge this one? I did. Nice. But GT says much better. Well, I didn't change anything, so it's probably just gonna crash again. But it's weird that I got a notification for this, but I already had it open. But what would you do? Any npm issues on your projects? No? I don't really do much with JavaScript. What was I doing? Do I still have, which log do I have? Is this the one that I want? Yeah. This one, line 34. Self-dot filter. So I'm curious what changed. That one's super old. I feel like it's one of these ones here. Annotate now detects conflicts with existing fields. Yeah. It's gonna be really hard to bisect this. I believe this may have... to lengthen this because getting an actual reproduction from this repo sucks. And then we want to go to Fuck, where does that class live? This file. I wonder if the other error is also related to this. Yes, it definitely is. Also seems to not be processing underscore ID. What line was that? 62. And then we need to find the actual value. Yeah. Anyway, that's that problem. So we figured that out at least. What were the other things to fix? These we all sort of understand. A lot of these int none things. This one we already got fixed. List object we're gonna have to annotate, but that's fine. This one, I get one to union of query set has incompatible type. What the fuck? What? Oh, because it's annotated. Oh, gross. Oh, because this is not right. That's not right. Oh, this is a weird one. This is a weird query. So, oh, this is a loop. Oh, I get it. I see. Oh, this is funky. Okay, so I think if this were instead an automatic value. Ooh, this is gonna be a really gross query. But, okay, I understand it at least. I can fix that later. This one's a fun one. Yeah, that one probably should just get fixed. This one I don't know what I'm gonna do about. Because it does seem to intentionally redefine the names with something else. Don't know what I'm gonna do about the Bitfield one. This is a fun one. What is this one? 265. API token ID equals filters. This. What is filters? Sentry app installation filter args. Oh. Services app. Ah. I should just grab for the type. No. Oh, okay. Why are you stir? I feel like you should not be stir. What? There should always be int. That was just a mistake. Robobato, hello, hello. Should be int. Working hard or hardly working? Well, I mean, shit's broken. It didn't actually validate that. Where do you get to find though? I don't know, but we'll look at every single instance of it. That's URL. Instance Sentry app installation token. Yeah, so that's where that should be. Oh, it should be API token as a foreign key. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so it's an int. Stash coming up nicely. Should be getting calls from 70s production soon. Right. Right. Invalid field name data sources in select related. Data sources detector. Yeah, I think this is just fucked. This is just wrong. Plus detector parentheses u. That's probably a reverse relation. What? No, you just have a field right here. Line 520. Okay, so this is telling me that this is far from being usable. So whatever this patch is like super broken. Hey, what's up, Kexit? Hello, Snacker. Data sources, data sources. The mustache, yeah. You were here last stream, were you not? You have terrible memory. It's fine. It's fine. Date added already defined on rule history. What? Oh. Yeah, I think this is a different problem. Where is the patch for this? Let's just look at the change log. Mr. Singh, hello, hello. Oh, continuing your gift sub from D-Dells. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. This is the one, probably. No, don't add a bookmark. Well, what the fuck? Where's the redefine thing? Oh, right, and my phone's dying, so I need to plug it in. Fuck, I don't know how I'm gonna find this. I know I had it open earlier, but I don't know. Is it this one? I believe this might not be correct for the annotate case. Here's an example from Sentry. Is it 204? Is that the line number? Yeah. It's actually 209, but Brr brr brr. Translation. Hi everyone. How you doing, Musa? Good to see you. I see the OpenAI error message is still in the MOTD. Yeah, it looks like this one. Gross. I think I'm gonna have to like today's twerk stream. No. What is my notification? Where? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. Modded work? Word? Oh. You don't have enough to change the MOTD again, huh? You are very points poor, Husa. Okay, well, I think this is a problem for another day. And I didn't get to work on the thing that I want to work on. And I didn't have lunch, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah. But it sounds like I can neither upgrade mypy nor can I upgrade django-stubs due to several major blockers. Having any inherit from any, does that actually change things? I forget. Let's make small example to answer question. There's all one betting on your failure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the subclass actually works fine. You here or try out the future Python installation manager for Windows? I have not, but I also don't really use Python on Windows that much. As long as it's not Windows Store, sounds fine to me. Is it good, Emma? Is it good stuff? Should I oh, I don't know. I probably will use it. Have to use it when I upgrade, I assume. Oh, did Mock.Sentinel get the same treatment? Actually, I don't think this one matters. This one seems fine. When it first came out, but it was unintuitive that it defaulted to the 3.14 pre-release. Yeah, that's a weird one. I waited for my memories since then and will cry big time if it'll replace the old installer. Yeah, I imagine that probably will be tricky. The old installer is Wix. I don't remember what Wix is, but it sounds like a memory I've suppressed. Okay, but anyway, I think there's not too much progress I can make here in either direction, so I'm gonna wrap up for today and eat some food. Oh, I should follow the pedantic issue so that I can tell when that happens. For the upcoming mypy release. Oh man. Cool. Cool. All right. But yeah, that's going to wrap us up for today. My name is Anthony. I upload educational content to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/anthonywritescode. Go subscribe there, and that's where I put new videos. If you miss any part of the stream, those will end up on the VODs channel, Anthony Writes Code-VODs. That one needs an @ for some reason. I don't know why. And join the Discord. Thank you, Woosa. That's where I hang out. I announce streams, and it's fun place to hang out. Yeah. But anyway, so wrap us up for today. Have a good one, chat. Peace.